The majority of us have a very similar morning routine of getting up, having breakfast, having a shower, putting on your work clothes and getting in the car, playing the radio. If you were to ask me, I believe that the radio is keeping us average. It's the enemy. But why? Don't get me wrong, listening to music is good. No, actually, it's great. But the issue comes when we get to work, we sit down and we need to focus and get stuff done. But we can't. We can't get into the flow state that we want, and we assume that it's because of reasons outside of our control. But dopamine is a drug, and within 1 hour of waking up, you have exposed your brain to so much dopamine that you have set a standard to what your brain craves for the rest of the day. And so when you do sit down in silence and want to work, your brain will crave the dopamine, and hence you will go on social media, you will procrastinate, and you won't get the work done that you want to, all because you are listening to music. We don't get much work done throughout the day and we go home feeling useless. But once we replace the idea of listening to music, other options like Audible and podcasts then appear, which can help us gain more value, learn more wisdom, and help us change our lives. People used to say that we're the sum of the 5 people we spend the most time with. But in today's society, we are the sum of the 5 pieces of content we consume the most. And for the majority of us, this will be listening to radio, YouTube, Netflix, social media. We know these are bad for us, but the radio is never really talked about. But what if we replace the radio for something like podcast? How would we grow, improve, become better? It's worth considering. So we know we shouldn't be listening to the radio or music in the morning. In my opinion, it's a secret killer of our productivity. And once we remove the idea of listening to the radio, we can then start looking at listening to podcasts to improve our wisdom and knowledge in life. You know, podcasts are great because you can step into someone's own world. You can learn about their lessons learned, their failures, their successes, and the chances are they're way more developed than you are right now. And so it's almost guaranteed you're going to leave that podcast with more wisdom than you have right now. I personally recommend Diary of a CEO and Joe Rogan. But it's almost certain that whatever podcast I listen to, I come away with more knowledge than I do right now. And that is the most important thing. And I'm going to suggest something that sounds crazy, but sit in silence. For 5 to 10 minute journeys, sit in silence and allow your brain to think. We all know we should meditate and journal, but we never have the time to do it. And so let's be efficient with our time. Let's remove the radio, let's sit in silence, and let's allow our brain to think. For journaling, get out your voice notes, talk to the phone, pretend it's someone, get your emotions out. Look, we have to be efficient with our time if we want to do the stuff that we know we should do. And I believe sitting in the car in silence and allowing your brain to think, doing meditation, doing journaling will achieve the idea of becoming efficient with your time. Now, I'm not saying don't listen to music, but I'm suggesting that we are smart where we use it. If we only listen to music in the gym, we are going to associate music to hard work. And therefore, when we do listen to music, we are going to be able to tap into the untapped potential that we're leaving on the table. And in my opinion, that is very important. As David Goggins says, if we start looking at our life as a 24-hour mission, we are going to get so much more in the day. And I think we should all take action into thinking our day is a mission. So let's become efficient with our time. Let's learn more. Let's be more intelligent. Let's get wiser in our lives, because ultimately, by being more time efficient, we're going to learn more, we're going to become better, and we're going to beat the competition. And that is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. So with that said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you got some value from this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care.